State of the Sun Devils with Jeremy Schnell, Jesse Morrison, and Damon Allred.
An Arizona Sports Podcast.
Hello and welcome into another edition of State of the Sun Devils alongside Jesse Morrison and Damon Allred. I'm Jeremy Schnell. A 34-15 win by the Arizona State Sun Devils here at Mountain America Stadium. Pretty dominating performance up until late in the third/fourth quarter when Texas State started to mount a little bit of a comeback, but ASU decided that they were going to put their foot on the gas pedal and hand it to Raleek Brown and let him go to work. 75-yard touchdown to put Texas State away. And it was the run game that they stuck to, Jesse, that was really important in this victory today.
Yeah, they stuck to the run. They looked like they looked last year. For the most part, like they had explosive plays downfield. That was all kind of started, in my opinion, by the fact that the run game got going, and I think
short passing that Damon
and
I
short
talked about
passing,
pregame too.
Short passing also.
Tight end screen game. Welcome back.
Hello. Shimon Mateer, career high in receptions.
Yeah, so I think
a pretty good player, that Shimon Mateer.
He is, and I'm glad they started to utilize him more. This was the ASU that they weren't in the first 2 weeks of the season. They were trying to do something different for maybe not the first 2 weeks of the season, but the first 6 quarters. They were trying to do something different, and they got back to who they are today, and that is why they won, in my opinion, and won convincingly.
I think Sam Levitt put it better than anybody, which is the juice felt like the team was playing for each other, which hasn't happened since last year. I mean, you look at the first few games, you haven't felt that team energy of this is one group working toward the same common goal, and everyone is on the same page with that. And this is the first time that we saw that. So many times tonight where our reactions just, okay, this is what we've been expecting. The run game, another 200-yard game for the team. That's all 3 games now. The team has been over 200 rushing yards. It is clear that they can still have downhill rushing as their identity, and they can lean on that even with a Heisman-level quarterback like Sam Levitt can play as he showed tonight.
And speaking of Heisman, Jordyn Tyson, Heisman candidate? I mean,
Jordyn Tyson really freaking good.
I did want to respond real quick to what Damon had to say. I just thought that their effort was better tonight, ASU, than the past 2 games for sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure the effort wasn't there.
I'm not sure it wasn't there in the first 2 games, but this was better.
Yeah.
This was the whole group being all together in that energy and effort.
Even missing some players that you would think...
Oh, so key.
Yeah, we're so... X not playing today. Alfred not playing on the back end.
And then it sounds like it might be a while, too.
Yeah, I mean, and then they had Adrian Wilson step up into that position and play a great game.
Yo, Boogie dropped a bar in the post-game press conference. I don't know if you saw this, but, he was asked about one of the big hits that he laid down in the game and just the mentality that he's bringing to the football field, and he said, this is football. What do you expect?
Football is football,
Football
Jesse.
is football. You're going to lay some big hits. Boogie Wilson, go and boogie with it.
Yeah, but what I was going to say is, we have Jordan Simone weekly on Wolf and Luke. I am the producer of Wolf and Luke.
Shameless plug. To me.
Some of you guys probably know me as Rick.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's the nickname that Wolf gives me.
Are you explaining this?
No, I'm just letting people know my other role at the station.
Yeah. Jesse's girl.
Yeah, that's where it comes from. But anyway, we have Jordan Simone on weekly on Fridays, and he said what he saw in NAU was not the same effort where they were flying in the ball, that kind of stuff. And I'm paraphrasing here.
It was there tonight. Boogie,
it was there,
Ghost.
Yeah. They were flying
Keith
the ball.
Abney, holy moly, did he have a good cover.
Good game.
Hold on, guys. Jordyn Tyson was incredible today. I want to talk about him. I think he was...
Talk about him. Bolitnikoff.
6 for 105, 1 touchdown. He had that leap, almost had a second touchdown.
Nowhere to go but up, as he put it.
That was such a great bar, too. A catch over 2 defenders in the first quarter. That was insane. He was great tonight. And not just Bolitnikoff. I mean, there's Heisman candidacy possibly for him.
I mean, if you want to go and treat it like an MVP award, as many people have in the past, I know obviously that's not how Heisman is written, but if you want to treat it like an MVP award, I don't know how you can see a more apparent MVP in college football than what ASU's offense looks like when Jordyn Tyson is firing on all cylinders versus what it looks like when he's not?
It's usually a quarterback award. So I'm going to say...
Has a wide receiver ever won it?
Yes.
Yeah, recently.
Recently.
Who?
Devontae Smith.
Travis Hunter?
No, Devontae
And
Smith
Travis Hunter, last year. Literally
My
last
bad.
year. But
yeah, he's more of a TV, right?
It's traditionally a quarterback running back award. So I think it's... Right now, I think the front runner...
Hasn't been a running back in a while.
It was almost a running back, though, last year.
Yeah, it's more of a two-way player than a running back.
Yeah, I think that... I think that...
Yeah, but in terms of Tyson and what ASU needed from him tonight, they got it. But they also got it with Levitt passing the ball to other people.
Well, more like one other person.
Yeah, Shimon. They had other tight ends
I don't know that
involved.
other people had multiple catches. I think it was just Jordyn and Shimon for the most part.
Yeah, you're correct.
You're correct.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You're correct. No, but what I was going to say before I forgot my thought.
Yes.
Just full transparency here. I've been up since 2 a.m. Arizona time. It's been
why
a long
he keeps
day.
explaining things.
It's been a long day. So, but I think right now Haynes King probably your Heisman front runner.
Raleek Brown had a great game. You guys brought him up. That 75-yard touchdown that
untouched
that sealed the game for ASU. It's the speed, and Kenny talked about it. Jordyn Tyson talked about it. Him coming back from injury, not playing much at all last year, and to show out, it's basically like what we saw with Tyson from the year before last, coming into last year and showing out as well. ASU needs a weapon like him in this offense if they want to succeed. Having Raleek Brown, having Kyson Brown hopefully back next week when they take on Baylor, that's going to be big to have that 1-2 punch and to have that breakaway speed and that home run ball ability is big for this offense, especially if they want to get more of the passing game opened up.
And that both of them are not guys that you can just throw contact at and think they're going to go down. Like, those are guys that can shrug off contact pretty easily. But another thing, like, one refrain that we heard a lot in postgame was just, there was a lot left on the table. And
I was going to bring that up. That's
boy,
so true.
There's none that comes to mind more than the missed opportunity Jaren Hamilton had. And
Two. I mean, he had a...
Oh, yeah, the multiple.
He had a kickoff return for a touchdown that got called back.
Which, that sounds like NAU right there.
Yeah.
Touchdown getting called back.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, for Jaren Hamilton to have the preseason that he had, and for people like me to really be flag bearers for what he can be in this offense, and for him to have a couple moments like that where you just get to see a tiny bit of it, I mean, that's definitely a catch he should make downfield. It seemed to hit him right in the hands. It's a tough catch, obviously, but it seemed like one that could have been made. If it does happen, maybe this game is in the 40s for ASU. I mean, there's plenty to be had still.
I mean, I think they could have scored 50 points today.
Like, without a doubt.
They had so many chances that they... Is the fire alarm going off?
Yo, there's a fire.
I think we're fine.
Anyway, what I wanted to say about Jaren Hamilton is if ASU wants to get him the ball in space, they can run plays like they did for Shimon Mateer today for him.
Or he could just catch the ball.
Yeah, that's true.
That's another
but
way. When it's placed right perfectly in his hands. All right, so this is going to be my new plan, my new rule going forward for myself. Preseason hype about somebody that I've never seen play, really, for
Watch
ASU.
Practice.
That I've only seen practice. I'm going to
pump the brakes.
I'm going to pump the brakes.
But
I will be when I talk and I do my season previews. I'm going to talk about the returning players and how the returning players,
unless they do the other players do something at a Power 4 school.
Sure.
Like have
sure, maybe,
yards.
but again,
no preseason hype for Raleek Brown.
But I again,
we didn't know what we were going to see. We don't know what ASU was going to get in Raleek Brown this year.
I was pretty confident.
Sure, you can be, but
yeah,
we don't know.
Really know.
We saw last year that
we don't really know.
He had the nagging hamstring injury all year.
So I'm sorry, you can disagree with me all I want, but I'm done with the preseason hype for somebody that's had
Guys.
no stats at a different school.
No, it's fine, but
we do this every year. Some player comes in, is hyped up, and then that
I'm
player
gonna set the mic down.
that player ends up not doing that well. So
but-
I'm done with the preseason hype thing for
I get
unknown
it.
players.
Yeah,
Sorry.
we heard it. It's fine. But what I'm trying to say is you see the spark. You see what he can do. You saw him get open.
I've been seeing it.
You saw him take back the kick return that didn't count. So if they want to, they can run some plays for him in the short passing game, get him out in space, and let him use his speed. That's what I'm kind of pining for and hoping that ASU can get him involved next week and the weeks to come. But let's get to the defense because we've talked way too much about this offense. The defense...
maybe under Kenny Dillingham. Could this be one of the best defensive performances?
They were run on pretty well.
There was some running plays that...
5 sacks?
Yeah, the pressure was good.
It 10 tackles for loss?
It was good. It wasn't bad.
3 forced fumbles?
Was it 3 forced
2
fumbles?
forced fumbles.
Well, the one on fourth down I don't really count because the quarterback just kind of dropped the ball.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of a fumble, though.
Still a fumble, yeah.
Yeah.
Not a forced fumble, really. It's
5
just
sacks,
It
10...
was counted in the stat sheet as a
The
forced
10 tackles
fumble.
for loss are really nice. That's something that you really want to see.
Jordan Crook, 3.5 of them himself.
So
that guy is becoming such a good defensive leader for this team.
And I saw them play 2 deep basically the entire game.
Yeah.
So
Kenny calls it cover 3.
Yeah. And then
So they're really getting after it now.
I only saw them blitz on one play, and Texas State did take a shot, and it was overthrown.
And I mean the amount of pressure that they were able to get throughout the game without blitzing a ton. That's impressive.
What? I take that back because there was a play where Ghost blitzed, and that was the Crook sack.
Right.
So there was multiple blitzes in this game. But, I mean, the defense, they stood firm in the passing game, I would say.
Defense played really well in the passing game. Really liked the pass rush. Clayton Smith, 3 sacks in his past 2 games. He has had... he had 4.5 last season, 4.5 the year before.
You can't spell Sundays without Clayton Smith.
Yeah, Clayton Smith he's going to play. He is going to play in the NFL. Given hopefully he keeps up. But if he gets to even 6 sacks this year, I think somebody's gonna give him an opportunity. So he's looking really good.
You guys think we're gonna catch on fire?
I hope so.
All right, next week.
I think we're fine.
Next week, ASU has Baylor.
At Baylor.
At Baylor.
Opening up conference play.
First time we're going to see the injury report. That's going to be interesting. We're excited. Sean Crespin.
Hello, Sean Crespin.
Making an appearance on the podcast. Made an appearance on the pregame podcast. Now making an appearance on the postgame podcast.
He's not actually, but he can be.
Yeah, there you go,
Okay.
Sean.
Your hand got in the picture.
Are we going to catch on fire, Sean, or are we okay?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
Oh, thanks.
Okay.
Thank goodness.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, thanks.
Yep. All right.
Just making sure. A little behind the scenes there. Sean Crespin, great at what he does.
Thanks
really
to the people
helps us.
who watch this far.
Yeah, really appreciate that. No, injury reports coming out this week. That's going to be exciting.
X is going to be on it.
Yeah, maybe see what's going to happen with X. Was not thrilled with what Kenny had to say about him post-game.
But I mean, if Boogie's going to play like that, that's not that bad.
Why
Yeah.
don't we just focus on the good news? He said that Kyson and Moss will probably be back next week, and
He said probably in no medical terms.
yeah.
Yeah,
So,
which is what he said on Bickley Murata yesterday.
Jalen, again, Jalen Moss is one of those players that I saw flash in fall camp, and
Didn't
I
you just seconds ago say let's focus on the good?
Yeah, no, I'm saying he was one of. Just let me get there, okay? So he was like, I thought I saw him flash in fall camp, and he was good at Fresno State, so I assumed he would be really good for ASU, and we didn't really see it in his limited action. So
it's almost like it's hard to make immediate impact.
Yeah,
in
and it's
places.
a new system, and listen, Sam.
it's also hard to judge players off of what they do in practice because they're playing the same people every day.
Also, now that we've seen Sam spread the ball around a little bit more, maybe he'll get Moss involved next week if he does play. So that'll be interesting.
I want these guys to do well. I want to make that clear.
Yes. So it is something that we will talk about on the pregame pod going into next week. Baylor, good team, good quarterback. It's going to be difficult.
Good running back.
Good running back.
Good receivers.
And a hostile environment. They have
Can't
to
allow
go,
some points.
They have to go to Waco, so that's going to be difficult. We will not be in Waco. we will be in studio bringing you the State of the
What if
Sun
I
Devils.
was in Waco?
Sun Devils
Like a
pregame
13-hour
show.
drive.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that bad. But yeah, we'll bring you the State of the Sun Devils pregame show 3 hours before kickoff. Thank you so much for listening and watching. You can find us on all forms of social media at AZ Sports Devils. Again, ASU wins this one 34-15. For Jesse Morrison and Damon Allred, I'm Jeremy Schnell. We'll talk to you soon.
We have fire extinguishers.